Welcome back, everyone. It's the Tesla. And just like my last video, I'm gonna be doing another fun little upgrade to make this car really stand out, be a little bit different. I guess you call them mods. They're not really performance mods. At least this one's not. I have done those before. But this one is gonna be more for the passengers of the car. I'm a passenger. I have the back of the headrest to stare at. Why, don't you look comfy, passenger up in the front? I'm a passenger in the back of this Tesla. I get to play with tissues, and I get 2 charging ports. At least I get vents. I'm bored. What should I do? Have I got some good news for you, backseat driver? Your entertainment screen has arrived. This is the rear entertainment display. It keeps your 2 charging ports. It keeps your rear vents and AC, and you get a big touchscreen, just like the 2024 Highland model. So you get to have this stuff too, so your backseat people can do some fun, freaking awesome stuff and watch Netflix and play with the radio or whatever. And this is coming from the one and only Hansshow, or Hansshow. You know, there's always 2 different ways of saying these names, but this is the one and only brand that has really been around and has the most quality products. So literally, you're never going to have issues with this. They update their stuff constantly, make sure it's awesome. So we're going to take this out of the box and let's see what's in here. And this is it. This is everything that's in the box. So you're going to get your wiring harness, your pry tool. This is your little USB-A to USB-C for any sort of updates that you need to do to get this thing in the proper working order. If you do get an older one, like I said, these guys actually update their stuff. So it can be updated because Tesla updates their stuff all the time. And sometimes it messes up the software that's on here. So you update it, it makes it work. And then you also have a little, looks like a little jumper here for something. And then of course the screen itself, you can see this is the back. This is gonna hook up to your air conditioning, your little HVAC system in the back, so you get to retain your wonderful cooling and heating. All right, let's get started installing this thing. Now, this is decently easy. I think anyone can do, I mean, if I can do this, anyone can do this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start back here. So this is your cover. So it comes in 2 pieces. So this is the cover that has the little HVAC and the charging. And then you have another one down here, but we're going to start with this one right here. It's got some clips down here, and you have, here it is, the included little pry tool here. Come on in here. Oh, I don't want that end. Come on in here and just start tugging until you find a good spot. I think right down here is a good place to start pulling. There it goes. See, that's starting to come up just like that. Super, super easy. And then you can see we've got the wiring right down here. Now we're just going to unplug the wire from here. That's pretty simple. You just lift that tab up and pull straight out. And just like that, we got ourselves all finished here. We just got our little dingle dangle left right there. And while we're at it, this little jumper thing is supposed to plug in here, so we can plug that right in there. But now that we're done with this part, we want to move on to the bottom. So you see there's this middle piece, and then if we come all the way down, there's a bottom piece down here. We want to get this bottom piece down here first before we take out this one right here. So this one's not able to come out yet. All right, so here's the back. We're going to take a look down here. You can see there is a split down here. Now this is the piece that we need to get off first. So you can either take your pry tool along the side, take it along the top, and if you want, you can actually come here down on the bottom and get your pry tool down there, something to get the pry tool in so you can pop this plastic out. It's just going to come straight out towards you. There we go. Just like that. You see the clips in there? They just pull straight out. All right, this is what we are left with here down at the bottom. This is the harness that we want to get to. But before we get that, there are 2 screws here These are, I believe, hex screws or star screws. It looks like hex screws. So we want to get some hex screws out of here so we can take this piece of plastic right above it. So that is what's actually holding this thing in place. All right, so we're going to grab our little Allen key here, and we're going to take these out. This is what I had on hand. This is going to take a minute. Once those 2 screws are out, now, like I said, this middle piece can come out. So we're going to pull up, so towards ourselves. You can see these clips here come forward like that. And then the whole thing just falls out because Teslas are easy. At least they're trim. Boom! Now we got all this room for activity down here. Isn't that wonderful? All right, now that we got everything all finished up, we need to get this plug out, which I already have. So it's kind of hard to see, something I didn't see before, but you have a little button right here. So you push in this tab, see that? You push in that tab, and then it literally slides out. Nothing is really holding this in. So maybe get a little bit better look there. There's that little tab that you push down on. Super simple. Now that that's open, we're going to grab our new harness right here, and we're just going to plug in. This is the male or the female. Plug that one in. Click. And then the female end of the new harness into the male end of the car's harness. All right, so I tuck this right down here in this convenient little hole. Tuck that in so when we put the trim pieces in, it's not going to be like pushing up against it. And then once we get back up here, I just shimmy this up this way. And I am going to tuck this up top, out of the way, because we don't use that harness anymore. But if you ever want to revert back to it, it'll be there. Just want to get that out of the way so it's not in the airflow's way or in your compartment's way, so it's going to be like kinking up on anything. So you can put it down there. I guess you could shove it down here somewhere. All right, so here is the back of the unit. Had no idea that it had built-in speakers, so that's a thing. Anyway, it's got one little wire harness that comes off. So we're going to grab the wire harness that's left. So we've got 2 things on here. This black one, you can see that it is a 6, well, actually looks like 2 of them aren't used. Anyway, you're going to grab this 6-pin, and you're going to plug it in to this 6-pin. So let's get those connected. Bada bing, bada boom. And then that leaves us with this one, which is going to plug directly into the board. If you come over here, you're going to see, hey, I'm missing my friend.
I'm here to help, baby. Let me get inside you. No.
And now they're together forever. So, we're plugged in. Officially, we are plugged in. We just need to put everything back. But, oh, look at that. There it is. Oh, Hansshow. I'm not focused. There we are. Look at that. Does this show every time? I'm not really sure what I'm looking at currently. Oh, there we go. So that is our startup screen, I guess. And you can see all of our different functions down here. We've got a touchscreen bar at the bottom. We've got our USB-Cs down here. And we've got an RST. I'm guessing that's the reset. So if you stick something in there old school. So you've got your vent fins. Okay, cool. So before I start fiddling around with this and everything, because this looks like so much fun, this has built-in CarPlay. You can change the seat stuff on some of these rear screens. Like if you have an older Model 3, I believe like a 2018, and you have like the lumbar support on the passenger side, you can actually hook the wires up to those and give you massage functions. It's madness what you can do with technology. So let me go ahead and get this put back in. I take it back. It is not easy to just pop back in. So I'm in the process of doing this. Homie's still on, hasn't broke it yet. So this bottom, or this middle trim, the one that's supposed to have the 2 screws all the way down there at the bottom. Okay, so I attached this to the bottom of this one. So you can see it comes in here, and then there's 2 clips, that silver one down there, and that silver one down there. If you clip those both into place, you can get a better idea of where everything goes. Everything's going to clip into the right place. Then your harness in here, you just have to make sure that this harness is not going to be getting in that clip's way, or that clip's, or the clips down here at the bottom. So I'm having it routed over the top of the HVAC, because the top of the HVAC is then going to connect, and this is going to route right up here on the top part of the ducting. You can get this. So, okay, we're coming up through the top of the duct. It's just going to come across and sit on the top of this, and then eventually come and wrap around to the bottom. So this can just tuck on the side, tuck around to the bottom, and eventually just go down back in its home, back down there. It's easy. So while you're putting this together, just make sure you have it routed over the top. Make sure it doesn't get pinched during the way. But now that this bottom piece is on, we'll be able to line everything up and actually clip it into these two. You know what? I think I found the issue. So these little clips that I had still in here, those are not supposed to be in there. These are supposed to be on our original vent right up here. That's where they're supposed to be. And of course, in our new ones, we already have those, so the clips weren't going into the clips that already had clips, like all these have. These need to be open for me to slide it in. That's why I was having issues. So if you're having that issue, take a look, because mine stayed in there. Alrighty, that was definitely my issue. Now she is nice and secured. Once you get the bottom part popped in, everything falls into place. Like, that's exactly where it's supposed to be, so everything just clips in. So I also know, because I routed my wire over the top of the HVAC, I know that my vents aren't going to get have a wire in the way, interrupted anywhere. So that routes and then goes and swings around. And you can see, swings around, it's in the bottom. I tucked everything again in this beautiful little cubby hole, which is wonderful. Now I need to put both of these screws back in and put this cover back in, and we're done. All right, so this is the screen that we get to start off with. This is the HVAC screen. I'm not going to go through everything on here because this is basically a tablet. You can do everything with this. And, like, it's a tablet. That's pretty much all I need to say for you to understand. Like, you can have different things in here. You can swipe down. It's just like an Android tablet. Where's that? Like, you can have your different things opened up. Video. It already has a pre-downloaded video on here. Some sort of 4K lady gets to eat a duck. And she's very excited. Very beautiful video, by the way. And as you see, like, this thing has Wi-Fi, CarPlay, Bluetooth. You can go in, you can change certain things in the car. Like the seat. Hey, you're too far up. How about that? Now, I don't know why, but it looks like you can open the glove compartment. I think that's what that is. Oh, there's a password. Oh. Well, I'm going to have to Google that because I don't know what the hell the password is. So down here, it looks like that is the heated seat function. This is really the seat moving function. I guess this one down here is for whatever music is playing. You can play, fast forward, go through. I'm sure that you can go into radio and different functions. This one, it looks like your regular tablet, so you can actually go through and figure out what you want to do if you want to watch YouTube or get Bluetooth or go to the radio, whatever information you need. That's another one. And then, of course, your settings. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that installation of our new beautiful rear screen in the Tesla. If you guys are interested in some more videos, make sure you watch my other Tesla videos. And until then, I will see you guys next time.